Yeah, exactly. It doesn't mean you have to do it for the rest of your life. I did business administration also at the college, and that obviously wasn't for me, so I got into the trades and did this. Who knows what can come next? It's just always something to fall back on. Like Dee said, all across Canada I'll be able to have a job. All across the world I can move anywhere and show the ticket, and they'd hire me on the spot. So it's just a good way to fall back on.
Did you complete the business admin?
No, I just completed a year.
And has that been helpful for you?
When you see I worked at a smaller sheet metal company, and I've worked at a larger sheet metal company. To see the different aspects of the way business is ran between the two of them is quite interesting.
It's very transferable, because what happens is, as an employer, as you're progressing through the trade, you become first year, second year, third year, the expectations we have of you goes up as well. So as you near journeymanship, we're expecting you to take on apprentices now and train them. So your transferable skills coming from, let's say in Zach's situation, from your business admin program, you need people skills. I'm sorry, I know that people say, oh, you know, nowadays kids don't have people skills. It's your foundation, because at the end of the day, if technically your customer doesn't connect with you, you ain't gonna have a job. Whether you're a consultant, you're contracting yourself, or you're trying to land a job as a tradesman or as a, you know, even a retail person, the people skills have to be there. And those are also transferable skills that I look at, because there's some things you can train. You can train technical, you can't train personality, work ethic, all of commitment, accountability. Accountability is our guru word in the workplace. I don't mind you making a mistake, but learn from it. Don't blame everybody else for it. And that is some of the worst, we call toxic employees, employees that have a poor attitude, they don't want to learn from their mistakes.
Everybody makes them.
Everybody makes them. That's how we learn. That's how we
Yeah.
learn. And I run a safety program as well. And so at the end of the day, if we made a mistake, we had an incident, there was an injury, let's learn from it so that we don't hurt ourselves again, or that we don't mess up this customer's product again. And then we move on. So again, your transferable skills, the ability to train apprentices, like the journeymanship, with that comes you know, we want you to be able to run a crew. We want you to be able to, you know, if you were a hairdresser, to be able to deal with your staff and schedule your staff. That takes people skills. Develop them. If you can in any way, shape, or form, it's something that I can't just send you on a 8-hour course and you've got your H2S. Like, people skills are like things you need to develop, and it comes in time. It's not something you have when you get out of high school, or something you have when you take a half-day course.
Well, you know, we look for reliability, and so in our world, our workday starts at 8 a.m. and that means that the guys are in their work attire, whether that's steel-toe boots and coveralls or whatever function they might be. But in the shop, in the apprenticeship side of things, it means steel toes and your PPE and coveralls, and we're ready to go to work at 8 o'clock, and we're at our workstations for 8. And same goes with, at the end of the day, our technicians take half an hour for lunch, and their day ends at 4:30. And so, you know, you're finishing up your tasks, you're being finishing up that workstation. It's not standing at the time clock waiting for it to turn to 4.5. So reliability is very important to us. Enthusiasm, safety certainly is always important, and you know, a willingness to learn. But reliability is really key to us. We look for that stability in employees, and the ones that have excelled in our system, they have that stability and very much involved. Also is trying to advance yourself, but taking an interest in your trade and what might be on the perimeter of your trade, and learning what else might help you advance within your own trade.
Well, like Eddie said, just showing up for work. Our trucks leave the field at anywhere from 6 in the morning, 6 to 8 o'clock in the morning. If you're not there, that truck's leaving without you, and that's just it. You won't get another chance. like I said, we're a team, and we rely on each other to get the job done. If you're not there, I can't rely on you, so sorry if you're not coming. So that's number one. The number two reason for us is safety. It's a huge thing for the oil patch. If we don't have a top-notch safety record, we don't work for our customers. That's it, we're done. So I'm not going to jeopardize my business on somebody that's not safe. Got a question?
Actually, it's not a question. I work for a plumbing company in town.
For who, sorry?
For G&M Plumbing.
Okay.
And we have a very, very good safety policy. And one of the biggest reasons why one of our employees actually will get fired is safety.
Yep.
Not wearing a hard hat on site or
Yep.
not appropriate PPE.
Absolutely, absolutely. We work for the big guys, for Conoco, for Devon, for Apache, for all these big oil companies. They take safety really seriously. They'll do safety audits. They'll just show up on a site when my guys are out there, and if they don't have all their gear on, they'll do an audit on their trucks. Do you have your MSDS binders? Do you have your safety harness? Do you have your tickets? All that kind of. If they don't have it, you're gone off-site. And then there's a big shitstorm, boys and girls, about what happens after that. So it's a really serious thing for us in our world, is the safety aspect. So those are probably the two biggest things for me. It's just being reliable and having the right attitude, and then the safety aspect of it. So that's a big thing for us.
Why would I fire somebody? Well, it depends. It really does depend on the situation, of course, but number one, reliability is a very, very important thing. So I think you'll hear from all of us. You got to be reliable. You got to be honest. You got to have some integrity. You got to have a good attitude, not just the right attitude, but you got to have a good attitude, because you got to be able to work together with other people. If there's any type of internal conflicting and that type of thing happening, you're not going to cut it. Safety, yes, safety is a huge thing that you got to follow all the safety rules. And I mean, we got a whole book of company rules that you have to follow, and you got to watch those guidelines. But safety, reliability, honesty, good attitude, want to work with everybody else. So those are your main things that we look at. The other one, of course, is drugs and alcohol. There's totally 100% zero tolerance. So even if you're out the night before and it's your personal life and all that what you're doing, if for some reason you come to work and you got alcohol in your breath, you smell like you just smoked a joint, whatever may have happened, automatic right then and there. You just can't have any type of liability issues like that on the workplace. So that is foremost number one, that there is zero tolerance. But that's basically what we look for.